Hey guys, Blade Ballad here. I'm going to try my hand at doing a Let's Play, because I'm exceedingly bored and I have nothing better to do. So, as you can see, today we'll be covering Panel de Pon. Before I get into playing, I'm going to get into a little history of this game. This game was not released outside Japan. We did get a different version, but it was dubbed under the name Tetris Attack. If you played Smash Brothers, and let's face it, who hasn't played Smash Brothers, you'll be familiar with the item Lipstick. There are a couple stickers in Brawl that represent some of Panel de Pon's characters, and one of Kirby's stone transformations is actually Lip's garbage block, which I'll get into later. But yeah, as you can tell, this game has had quite a bit of an impact in Japan, and I really wish they would just bring it over to the US. As you can see here, there are four initial selections we have here. The one-player game, which is the one we'll be covering. The two-player game, which we won't be covering because I have no friends. Actually, I just don't have proper hardware to play it with another person and stuff. Actually, just stick to I have no friends. It's a lot easier. How to play, I'll get into that in a little bit. And how to improve, yeah, that's basically just a bunch of panels assorted into different patterns so that it shows off how they interact, but it's really simple. It's gravity goes down, so okay, let's get started. Well, not quite. In the one-player mode, you have 5 modes. Endless mode, which, if you've been reading from Lip over there and ignoring me, you basically play until you get a game over. Time trial, you do the same, except you have a fixed amount of time, 2 minutes. Stage clear, we'll be covering that. Basically, a line appears and rises with a stack after some time, and your goal is to get all the panels below that line after each stage. Puzzle, I'm terrible at puzzle. It's not even funny how bad I am at it, but yeah, they give you a set amount of blocks, and you have to clear them all within a number of moves that they give you. And versus, which is what we'll be starting out with. Now, if anything I just said went over your head, and I'm not surprised, but let's get started. Versus, one-player versus rather, is Panel de Pon Story Mode. There are 3 modes here: easy, normal, and hard. If you can read, duh. We're going to start out on easy because the harder difficulties, I cannot talk and play at the same time. So we'll just start out on easy. I'll explain how the game flows, and then we'll back out and go to hard because we're hardcore like that. And I'll just let Lip talk here for a bit. So, yeah. There's your plot. Not exactly something that you'd expect out of Final Fantasy, but, you know, whatever. Okay, the first stage is, we'll be facing Windy, the Fairy of Wind, if you can read. The Tetris Attack equivalent was, Lakitu, however the hell you pronounce that. Okay, here's Panel de Pon. As you can see, you control this cursor. Pressing the A or B button, you switch a panel you've selected with the one next to it, like so. As you can see, there's no panel there, so the panel just fell. Switch, switch, switch. You can see, you can bring panels over. Okay. If you connect 3 panels, they disappear. There's a chain, where if you clear a panel, and then before any panels that it's supporting fall, you clear it again. Like, let's do one really quick. Okay, that was terrible. Okay, here's one. That's a chain. Now, chains can go up to, they go up to 13. After that, they show times question mark, which is a little weird. I guess something to do with the limitations of the Super Nintendo RAM and whatnot, but, like, okay, here's another chain just for shits. And the counterpart to the chain is the combo, which is a lot less effective, but it still works. A combo is when you clear 3 or more than 3 panels at once. Like, there's a 4 combo. And there's another ×2 chain. Now in versus, as you can see, doing chains or combos makes garbage blocks fall on your opponent. To clear those garbage blocks, you have to clear panels that are touching those blocks. If the panels are the same color, which for the most part they are, which except for these will form gray blocks. If the panels that are touching are the same color, they will all clear at the same time. Otherwise, you'll have to clear them one by one. Now, chained garbage blocks, they appear in layers, so you have to clear them like one row at a time. Oh yeah, little minor thing. Pressing L or R makes your forces your stack to rise, which, if you're impatient like me, you do that a lot. But yeah, I think that's basically just everything that the game has to offer. You win by making your opponent's stack rise all the way up to the top. So yeah, hooray, I win. Okay, now that that's over with, I'm gonna fast forward. Yeah, we are going to wait for this counter to go down and GTF out of here. Okay, now we're going to be tackling the hardest difficulty. This one? Not quite. There's an even harder difficulty that you can play. If you beat the regular hard mode, they'll tell you about it. But if you hold L up and then start the game, the background will turn red and you're in super hard mode. Basically, the AI is just a lot smarter in super hard mode, but as far as I can tell, yeah, you know the story. Let's get started with Wendy first. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, once you play this game a lot, you'll be able to see a lot of patterns and be able to pull off chains really quickly. See over there on Wendy's side, that only the single row of that super thick block that I made from that chain disappeared. She has to clear, well, now one more time. Yeah, basically, if you just have an understanding of gravity and can recognize patterns pretty easily, this game should not be too hard for you. Actually, I've heard that the AI in Panel de Pon is a lot harder than the one in Tetris Attack, because us stupid Americans. But yeah, on the final boss it really shows. Like, I spent like... You know what, I won't spoil it. You'll see for yourself. And... Wow. Okay, now we clear those 3 exclamation point blocks, and Wendy will get a gray block. That will not clear at the same time as my pretty pink blocks. What the hell, Wendy? You're not usually this difficult. It's terrible. Why am I doing so badly? There we go. God. Okay. Hooray, we win. 2 minutes too much. We're almost at 10 minutes though, so we're gonna call it quits here. Next time we'll be freeing the next fairy, Sherbet. See you guys.